Tēnā tātou katoa, which means hello everybody. I'm Carmel Riley from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I am one of the 8 co-hosts of the Manifestival 888, which will be streaming live globally for free on the 15th of November. It's a worldwide manifesting festival, and it is my absolute privilege and pleasure to be here with our co-host and day 4 speaker, Emma Sullivan from the United Kingdom. Welcome, Emma. Welcome to this interview.
Thank you so much, Carmel. It's a pleasure to be here joining you from all the way on the other side of the world.
And it's really cool at this time of the year because you have the northern lights and you're heading into autumn, or you're into autumn in the north. And down here we have spring, which is kind of cool, the polarities.
Yeah, completely. But we're here together in this moment.
Absolutely.
Polar opposites.
Yeah. And so wherever we are connecting with you and on the planet, the purpose of this interview is really just for you to understand a little bit more about Emma, and because she's speaking on day 4, and day 4 is a really important moment in our 8-day festival. It's the time where we kind of get to flatline between the 2 infinity curves, and it's right in the middle, and it's the real building phase. So Emma, tell us a little bit about you and why, what your passion is in the world.
Okay, so I am originally a tarot reader. Okay, so I started my spiritual journey as a tarot reader when I was 18. So I've been reading energy and tarot for many years. And in 2017, I qualified as a hypnotherapist. I'm absolutely fascinated by the power of our thoughts and the effect it has on our body and our reality around us. And my passion was to help people break free from cycles that they were repeating and programs that they were repeating that perhaps didn't belong to them and that had been given to others. So I help people as a hypno coach, so I combine coaching and other modalities as well as hypnosis to unpeel the layers and to help people step into their power without fear.
That's awesome, because we have a few hypnotherapists in our Manifestival lineup, and I think we're all a bit passionate about the way that our thought paradigms, whether they're ourselves, our families, or ancestral or galactic, how they impact us.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting because I think in the UK, hypnotherapy or hypnosis is not considered to be as way out there as it is down under, or maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not considered to be we're very left brain rational, and kind of creative use of our 90% imaginative mind is not really considered. So do you want to tell us just a little bit about what you've learned as a hypnotherapist, as a hypnosis coach over the last, because that's quite a long journey, your experience.
Yeah, so everything I learned in like the classroom as such, and everything I was taught, so I was taught in a very sort of practical, science-based, evidence-based way, and I brought my own sort of spiritual beliefs into that. And everything I learned, I didn't learn anything really. I realized I didn't know anything until I started actually working with people and listening to what was coming through and what their subconscious was saying. And it's just fascinating. So so I like to work with the subconscious, which I look at as the inner child, the program, and then the superconscious as their higher self, and then the conscious as the ego. So we look at what all of those different facets are saying and decode those messages. So what I've learned most importantly is that a lot of our presenting issues, or things that people believe is the issue or the blockage, a lot of the time it's not. It's something completely different, and it's amazing to be able to guide people through that process and give them their power to be able to self-discover what their blocks are and how they have the power to change their reality themselves.
Do you have
in a short answer?
No, but because I also studied, I basically studied every hypnosis modality in the early days, and then I decided to switch to meditation because it was way easier to explain to people, and also it was a lot more kind of like without the limits. But I love Milton Erickson, and then I love, and I really do love Innes Simpson's the tuning into the superconscious. But do you have a favorite kind of like? Do you have a favorite style or a favorite? Do you follow any particular lead on that? Just
well, yeah, Erickson fundamentally that's what we studied, but I sort of got my own flow with it, and my own style is really of helping people to just create their own pathways and listening to them. And in my coaching, so I talk to them about what's relevant to them in their lives, in their reality, and I incorporate that into the scripts. So I'm more like a client-led rather than using a particular method. I just take bits from everything I've learned and apply it.
And do you like individual work or group work or both? Do you not really mind?
Both, really. I do like working on individuals. I love working with people that have got phobias and people that have got really deep-rooted fears. But group coaching, I love to work on generalized things like confidence or empowerment, or especially like working with people that are going through different stages of spiritual awakening, because hypnosis can be really amazing for helping people with dark night of the soul, with when they're going through different stages of our awakening process and learning and waking up to all the different realities that we create, and perhaps understanding that the alternatives can be true and the opposites can be true. So I
love that.
But group coaching I'm moving into a lot more, and I'm starting to really, really enjoy that too.
Love that. Now, I got two things. What's the worst, ikiest phobia that you've ever helped somebody with? There's one person and another one.
I've helped a few people with emetophobia, which is the fear of vomit, the fear of being sick.
It's actually quite common. It must be. I think I have that. I don't care about it.
Wow. I'd never, in all my training, it's not really something we'd covered, and the first few clients I ever worked with came to me with that, and it's like huge. One of my first clients couldn't travel. She couldn't travel anywhere because she was so terrified, not of her being sick, of other people being sick.
Oh yeah.
Which is But actually, we do a little bit of regression with that, and with phobias, regression is really, really because whether it happened or it doesn't, our subconscious holds that belief, whether it's true or not, so actually it's with that particular woman, it stemmed back from hearing one of her parents being ill when she was like 3, or as a baby. She could hear it, and the noise had frightened her, so it become lodged somewhere. And then when we go through stress in our human journey, sometimes these fears manifest and come out and become bigger than we are. So that's awesome. Probably the literally ickiest one that I've had to deal with.
I have another question too. Do you bring your tarot? Because I know our community, our Manifestival community, will be really interested in this. Do you use your tarot? Do you merge that? Do you bring that into where you go with a client? Do you find that guides show up in terms of the cards? Because I've got a question after this. So many questions. Tell us about that. Tell us how you bring that in for people.
So I did go through a real time of being torn between how do I incorporate these? Are they two separate things? Because people like clinical hypnosis, but I like to merge the spiritual. I think it's all spiritual, but some people that need help don't necessarily view it from that way. So it depends on the client. But a lot of the time I set the intention that I want to work with people who need what I have to offer. So a lot of the clients that come to work with me will be very open to having a reading. So when I do my containers, my 6 or 12-week containers, we kick off with doing a deep dive reading to begin with, and that helps to illuminate where the blockages are as well. And so we bring in a little bit of our work with the guides to help us.
Now, I do have a really important question, because I know a lot of people, because particularly bring up the H word, working in a group Is it safe? Working online in a group, is it safe?
With hypnosis?
Well, particularly with you.
With me?
I just want to go to the number one fear, the people who have like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I
Do
get
you
this
know
in
what
group.
this,
People go, oh my
and
goodness,
it's,
I like
yeah,
being hijacked by my own mind, or by is anyone
no,
going
and
to hijack my mind?
it's really interesting because, yeah, as you brought up, in your area of the world, it is viewed slightly differently. With where we are in the UK, hypnosis is viewed a little bit more mainstream. So there are so many misconceptions about hypnotherapy, and that people can have control over your mind or make you do something that you don't want to do, or use some energy that's not right
Turn
for
you
you.
into a
And
chicken.
it's, yeah. Yeah, or yeah, turn you into a chicken. That's like the stereotypical one, isn't it? Stage hypnosis. Hypnosis is just suggestion whilst your body's relaxed and your mind is in a theta state. That's it. When you're open to suggestion, there is nothing that I could suggest that I could make you do if you didn't want to. You have to have the belief there. So if you want to make changes, hypnosis is going to help you reinforce those beliefs, and it's going to help you create those structures for change. If you don't want to, it's going to have no effect on you whatsoever. It's really to be open and to work with it. And I work as a support system rather than to take control of your thought process. That's impossible. And I wouldn't want to. I haven't got time for that anyway.
Children, husband, family, busy life. Oh, that's awesome. So I'm aware that we're coming up to our time limit. It was just a sneaky peek for you. Your session is on day 4, which I think is November 18.
I think you're right, yeah. Day 4, midway through, I'm the halfway point. So I'm the halfway between the grounding and the cosmos, I think, aren't I? In the middle.
You're the light in the tunnel.
And bringing that number 4, stability there, the foundations there. So yeah.
Well, really looking forward to being with you on November the 18th, and I know everyone will love this little sneaky peek of you. If people would like to reach out to you, what is the best way for someone to be in contact with you prior to our Manifestival and prior to your show on day 4?
Well, you can visit my website, which is www.emma-sullivan.com, and you can fill out a contact form through there, or failing that, I'm on social media as Empowered Holistics UK, and that's on Facebook and Instagram. So feel free to drop me a message. If you've got any questions, I'll be happy to chat to you.
And we'll have the links below. But could you say that your website again, just slowly, for those?
Sure. It's www.emma-sullivan.com.
Awesome. There you go. So you've got the long version of that, and really look forward to being with you, Emma, on day 4. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me. I can't wait to see you all there in November.